And we are back. Yeah. And refresh. Okay. Impossible door. I did. There's a chance that, it's back by God because it is a Saturday night, so. People don't have a bedtime on Saturday nights. Oh. The hell? There's a lot of pig masks. I think that worked. Drew, did that work? Are you having a good time? I think I just upset a lot of things. I think I may have massively upset something. I never have a great time. I'm built different. Jerk. Good lord, man. Oh, hello. Where am I even supposed to go? What do I do? Wow. Oh, December 20th, 1899. I gotta get my reading voice. I am to have a visitor, the distinguished Professor A. Professor A, okay. He has come to ascertain my mental well-being after my prolonged absence from the club, but I am not stupid. He is here to spy for them. When they stalk the Kipper or the Ripper? The Ripper, he was often called to pontificate upon lacerations and missing organs. Now he comes to me to doff and wheedle, and my dear sir, but you must still grieve, and perhaps as a quick look at your engines, the triumph of the age, he knows nothing of loss, nothing of sacrifice. But to refuse, that would simply poke the hornet's nest, invite a swarm of interlopers and thieves. I must entertain this buffoon and submit to his intrusion. Perhaps I should show him the tripery, see whether his stomach, so trained by rummaging in the innards of clumsily vivisected whores, is strong enough to stare into the real engines of his golden age. I may even introduce him to Jack, or her sons at least. We have stronger locks on the windows now, and we bring their toys to them. Is this man okay? Jordan, I don't know if you're still here, but I also have got an ARC. Because it was on sale. In fact, it was on so much of a sale that that I got 2 games when I meant to buy 1. And yeah. Excuse me. Who hangs a chirp? Okay. Is there a reason I'm... Oh. What is this? Oh. It's a little door. Okay. Oh my. So we have the game room. Okay.
I must say, my dear man, you look awful.
Yes, I seem to have picked up something rather nasty in Mexico.
I do understand what you've been through. A lesser man would have crumbled. Yet you have made all of this. Your great factory, your charities. It is a wonder that one man alone...
It will all be made clear, Professor. But first, a drink.
We got knock these in here. Are they all stripes? Why are they all just collecting right here? Oh, I can't pick them up once they're in there. Shoot. Why are you... There. I'll just make it work, I guess. Okay. Locked. Locked. Oh.
Mandus, do you know me?
Who are you? Where are my children?
Trapped, Mandus. Far below us. The machine is fouled. It is breached. It is flooded. The bulkheads are down. The children are engaged. If you help me, I can help you release them. Restore the power, Mandus. Drain the flooding and restart the great engines.
How? Where should I go? Hello? Hello?
Gonna take a second to eat this little pumpkin candy really quick. 1 second. I'm big. Okay, well. Hmm. This makes me think of like the Impossible House. That's an actual thing. What it is if I remember correctly, it was this lady. His family was like the owners of, or owners, but maybe like the ones who started the Winchester gun brands. And the medium told the daughter um, that basically she will be haunted for every death that the guns um, from every death that happened at the hands of people wielding the guns, I guess. And she believed it, and started building a house. And there was the idea that like so long as the house kept being built on, even with doors that go nowhere, or you know things of that nature, like 15 different bedrooms. Um, she would be protected from being haunted by the ghosts because they would get lost. So, whenever I see like big inside maps like this, I'm always just kind of like, go to Winchester House. Okay, I feel like I'm missing something. He did say something about going down and unflooding the stuff. Okay. I don't think everything is interactable anymore. Since I haven't noticed a lot of, you know, like I can't pick up like the bottles or anything. It seems that maybe this game's a bit more of a walking simulator than Dark Descent was, which is interesting. Oh, what is that? A little nose. Okay. Oh, don't you love it? Don't you love it now? Okay, game room. What's back there? Hmm. Okay. Maybe. Maybe a different door's opened. back here, yeah. Hmm. Well, we'll just go around here, I guess. Numbers and bathtubs. And after the party, she took my arm and said, "But darling, however did you get from the trophy room to the guest bathroom so quickly? Everyone considers you quite the magician." My darling Lilibeth. Lilibeth, wow. My father's house has many rooms, and as for mine, well, it also has its secret chambers. Wow. Hmm. Bunch of nothing right now. I am like lagging a little bit for some reason. Impossible. Oh, hello. Edward and Enoch's Diary, October 3rd, 1899. Daddy says we're not allowed to play with animals anymore. We were playing hide and seek with Cook, and he came and shouted at us, just as we were going to hide behind Mr. Grumpy Teddy. Cook says it's because of the guns in there, but always lets us help polish them, so it can't be that. Anyway, that room is haunted. If you sneak around there at night, you can hear the ghosts in the walls behind the cases. They are often angry, or that's how it sounds. I think that's why you can hear them rattling their chains and slamming doors and things like that. We don't like it in there anyway. Okay.
Oh my god!
Oh my god. Hey, car. Okay, I'm a little lost on what they did now. Bum, 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 bum. It squeaks. Yes. Oh. Ooh. Aha. That's not healthy. We're going to sing to the room of a cage on it. Okay. Um. What do I do here? Do I just jump in? I don't have anything. Yeah, if I jump in this, I might break the game. Make sure there aren't any notes. It's definitely interesting. Yeah. Jam. Oh.
Hands are bleeding, raw. I scrub and scrub, but the smell will not lift. How can I hold my children with these hands now? How can I kiss them goodnight with lips that have issued such instruction?
Okay, so now we have a monster in the house with us. At least one. At least one. Oh, Sally Eye, the doll's cottager. Oh, wow. Okay. Oh, she come snuffling by night round the door, with her pretty apron right down to the hoof, and her ringlets are fair, and her eyes china blue, like a half-buried hand in the wintry snow, like a hand in the wintry snow. And she'll beg you for apples through the window ajar, her face be all hidden, but her eyes shine aflame. And though you'll be tempted, her bosom so fair, she'll snatch you and catch you and eat your heart, oh, she'll catch you and eat your heart. Salute to your manners come the eve of the year, lest Sally come calling for apples, my dear. And I know that some doors never should open wide. Take heed of your father and keep safe inside. Disobedient children make Sally her pies and warm Sally's beastly insides. I feel like that could be a whole tongue twister. For me, anyway. My tongue gets twisted very easily. I'll take that out of context. Okay. Where did all this blood come from? Oh, it's continuing. It appears to have stopped here. Still locked. Okay, so now we have a monster. I wonder what he looks like. Ah, lag. Let me see, do I have to do... apparently it saves for me, I suppose. Hmm. Hmm. This machine is very weird. You ass. Who puts locks on the door like that? Okay, let's just go over to the other one. Let's see where the bathroom's at, which I think is up the stairs actually. Or not. Just right here actually. Oh. Can't do anything. Okay. Hmm. I think I need something that is bloody. To go into that. Or it be. This card, it sucks. I just have to run to the restroom really quick, so I will hide here. So I'll be right back. I'm back. The hell's that? Oh, it's a machine clanking noise. Okay. That's outside. Choking on rice. Alright. Billy, what you want? Can I get up in here? Let's see, is there anything in here? She saw the other side. I see her. Oh. Hmm. Have some of this food really quick. Ah, Lily. Mm-hmm. That's weird. Hmm. Of course, I can't go in here because I had a fit. So let me see. Because I'm dumb. Oh, like.
I'm off to market. I will cry all the way home. I will have none. I will have none at all.
Now it's open.
He's coming. Come on, Daddy. It's this way.
A curious discovery. Metal ticking as it cools and contracts. This must be the strange machine my new friend told me of. If my children discover this place, it is entirely conceivable they strayed downwards, delighted in their discovery. Very well. It seems my route is predestined. The descent begins. People like to descend in these games, don't they? Oh. Unique. There's a pig. Am I able to open this? No. I don't think I can open this one either. Yeah. Interesting. And there's the pig.
Come and see, Papa. We found an egg. A stone egg.
A stone egg. Interesting. Oh. Against rising waters. Planted the fingernails in flower pots all along the river when it's dark, so the sun could hatch them. Fill the world in an egg. All the world is an egg, he reasoned. It will grow hands. Wow. Slow coach. Wow.
The shaking ground you feel is our attempts to clear the floodwaters. Treachery, Mandus. We were undone. Your children are trapped by this act. You must find them before it is too late.
What do you need me to do? How can I find them?
Always deeper, Mandus. Through the piston room and into the tunnels. Then find the bilge and flush the rotten water. I will help you where I can. But you must be swift, my little friend.
I see we have batteries. And no inventory that I can find. Key config. Space. Yeah, there does not list any inventory. So this is a walking sim. Okay. Well, hello. No, banging noises. Banging out a battery. Good that I know where they are. What's over here? Ooh, more stuff. Okay. Let's fix this first. Shoot. Wow, wow, wow. Here we go. More. More. Thought that was a note. Oh, I can raise it up too. You raise me up.
Bandaged feet and eyes. Small bones in the orchard. I have carried this world on my back with its legs about me. so I am given birth to nothing but machinery.
Oh no. God. Okay. Okay. Okay, I think we have to do. Not fair. I hate platforming. You should be able to crawl underneath that. God. Why is everything always breaking? I see. Oh, hello, Melvin. Not surprised. Oh. Another confounded fuse box. The fellow is thorough in his sabotage, if somewhat repetitive. The stench from these barrels is quite discomforting. I would certainly hope that whatever chemistry this room is designed to store, is not a defining feature of the flood that threatens my children. So it seems like we now have a monster in this map. Why does it make so much noise? August 19th, 1899. Von Reichenbach writes of the Odic Force, whilst that ignorant charlatan Blavatsky pontificated upon the soul. They are both cretins. To think one could strive for such great heights without wading first through puke and innard, without standing upon an architecture of bones. Montezuma was the wiser, but here in our temples of steel I have witnessed the severed head of a man, recently trampled to death by a runaway carriage, immersed in the solution of the Brandenburg compound upon his eyes, and cry, "Oh, where are my legs, sir? Where is my body?" We are breaking through the barriers of death itself. Oh, my dead, darling Lily, it is too late for you, but I promise you this. I will save our children from death, and if need be, I will wrench them back from the blackness of this with this wonderful concoction. Okay.
Follow us, Papa. We know the way.
Oh, it's broken. Everything's broken.
Hold still, for God's sake, hold still, child. Don't let it get into your eyes. I'm gonna rinse it out now. There. It will be fine. You just need to lie down. Enoch, look to your brother. How many times have I told you not to play in the cellar?
Look to your brother.
told you he'd come.
Okay. Okay. Hmm. Flood breach. Emergency shutdown in place. Okay, let's see. Can we open this door? Oh. Okay. He collared the neck and noose. From the window, he could almost see most of the docks where they were pulling hair out of the gratings. God knows what it's about, says the paper boy. The talk is of murder. Okay. Why is the music so freaking loud?
I have such visions to share with thee. If my jaw be unshackled, and you harvest the crust from my eyes, make me clean, Mandus, that my thoughts and words can unfouled be.
Okay. And there's another pig mask. May 1st, 1899. But then, what if they could stand upright and walk as men? What if the brutes were harnessed thus? Would they sing? Would they find their own God? I have seen these things, and I will tell you now, no, no, they will not. But they will happily accept fealty to a God thrust upon them, and worship it thus given. In this I realize they're no different to the masses. They're as much the same as us. Once this irrevocable threshold is passed, I understand that we too are shackled and must be set free. To free the man, we cut the man. In order to cross that great evolutionary line, it must first be painted upon the ground. Ooh, someone's been doing poetry. What the hell? Okay. Hopefully that's not copyright. August 22nd. In America, they talk of building their cities to the skies. To me, this seems folly, but perhaps it is simply a case of a nation founded without a history of its own. We walk upon our histories, they are compacted into the very loam beneath our feet. The engineers we employ talked of this. They talk of how, when building the underground trains, they would often come across older tunnels crisscrossing capital. What palaces lie beneath us? We are digging, excavating, and reappropriating what we find. At the center of the planet, my architect tells me, there's a great iron ball. It is the egg of the world. Okay. Oops. Concerning. Oh. It's supposed to be, I think, something about Greek mythology. Zeus is a goose. October 11th, 1899. We integrate the very latest knowledge of chemistry, using low levels of laudanum derivative and feed to subdue the product even before the initiation of the process. This means that when we drag them from holding pens onto the line, they are less likely to panic and damage machine components, other products, or themselves. This section of the belt is sheathed in rubber and kept well lit to maintain good spirits, and we have actually found that the intelligent placement of gramophones and simple acoustic amplification tubes around the line means we can use music to further soothe the product. We find the bussy particularly effective in this regard. Warning: fueling pumps, volatile chemicals are in use. These materials are highly corrosive. Wear protection. They are basically just acidic. Ooh. God, it's not even midnight. We still got 2 hours for midnight. Oh, look at those pigs. Truck fueling station. It appears to be some kind of fueling station. I've seen automobiles demonstrated at Mr. Yaram and Mr. Simmons' works, but the smell here is all wrong. This is not petroleum, of that I am sure. Everything suggests to me that this machine must be significant in some way. Oof. I'm assuming I can't open this then. Oh, I can. September 28th, 1899. Imagine, they say, a machine one day that might think like a man. As if this is to be desired, one might also boast of creating a man who breeds like a pig, men and women upon all fours. Jesus Christ. Running carelessly, ejaculating their filthy little missives into the streets, alleys, and gutters, running freely with the careless spill of their conjoinings. This guy has a lot of thoughts about stuff. The air thick with the whimperings of lust, bodies streaked with their own emissions. We have created a world where man is so utterly debased he will spray his seed over passers-by, and yet this is the condition Babbage aspired to. Babbage? No, this is not the machine we seek. Such an entity should be nothing less than a deity, and we will fall upon our knees and worship it. We shall not carve gods to bicker and fornicate. They will exist to clean the world and set us free. I reject Babbage as I reject those men of government. Let the pigs copulate in the gutter. Little tig just happened right there. Let the pigs copulate in the gutters whilst they can. We shall scoop them up and ease their ascension soon enough. Oh. Oh, goodness. We have another moment of lag. So, this little alleyway. Oh. Okay. How in blazes are we supposed to meet those damn schedules if even the most basic equipment we are provided with simply will not perform its designated function? These cursed newfangled trucks will only run a fraction of the distance my old nag managed before running out of stinking gasoline. The gaffer says it's fine and there's plenty of pumps to refill them outside the factory walls, but you end up dragging a blessed tank from the truck to the nearest one to refill it, and the one in the storeroom is empty again. I can't be turning that crank handle all day only to find the tank is empty. Well, sod it, says I. Enough for a night, and to my bed I go. It's not like anyone needs access to the bleeding graveyard anyway. Harry, if you get this, I'll meet you in the Damson Templar for a jar. Probably interesting.
Come on, Papa. Let's climb this one. I can see more pictures at the top.
Wow. Children scare me. St. Dunstan's Church. Ugh. What does that mean? Do I go in here? Should I? This canister looks as if it may fit the fuel pump I saw earlier. It certainly carries the same fetid, unholy reek. I will now think of that which I saw pass me in its cage. I will now gaze into that dark machine room. A more immediate task presents itself, and the opportunity perhaps to gain access to St. Dunstan's. Okay. So we're over here then. Okay. Guess what does this have to do with yeah. Okay. Okay. Oh. Bye. It's okay. Dear sweet Lord, of all that is good and holy, I must make my escape, grasp its container and its putrid contents, and flee this place before that creature, that dearly man returns. I head for the church. Surely such an abomination cannot fall into unhallowed ground. The fuck? Okay, that's annoying as fuck. I have to crank it? Oh god, that reminds me of. Okay. So, I forgot that old cards apparently have to be cranked. But I remember that being like kind of a joke. One of the Peanut specials that I watched last year, earlier this year. You are annoying as hell.
This way, Papa. Come and see. Will it hatch? Can we take it home?
Yes, my darlings. Of course we can take it home.
Wait. That's ridiculous. You could just climb the gate instead of doing this whole thing, but alright. Oh, look at that. That looks familiar. I don't know how hollowed this ground is with that right there. Oh boy. Okay. Life's talking Bibles. Lily dancing on the table, her eyes aflame. His love burnt into his heart scarred from the heat of this love of his love dancing. I'm gonna eat a pumpkin cake really quick. Hello, I'm back. Yes, 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 it works. Oh my. Let's stay on this floor. So we're kind of in, I guess, like a catacombs. As I see the note, I will get to it. Book. November 23rd, 1899. Twin candles bent to the will of the central saint, casting the light to the corners of the chapel. Father Jeremiah, Father Jeremiah, I thought could be trusted with the secret, but he is like all the others. So the old priest has gone to the holding pens of his flock. He says he will enter into our world with them. A shepherd indeed. This guy's kind of fucked up. Oh, 1 second. I'm I'm Where is it? What's that name of Bob? How long has it been? Yeah. I struggle all the time. Okay. We're not back to normalcy. Alright. Yes. Look, all these freaking crosses and candles and stuff. Okay. Where's the organ? That's not the organ. That's a shrine. That's a machine. Okay. Thank you for the long, loud, drawn out intro to this small map. I'm assuming that's small anyway. So dramatic. Okay. Oh yeah, no no inventory. Father Jeremiah's Journal, October 1st, 1899. They flock to us now, where once I had to walk amongst them to bring salvation into their lives. Now, drawn by warmth in winter, by the food that Mandus distributes, my church is full and my churches are saved. He walks amongst them and they almost worship him. He would not allow them to work in his factories, claiming that his workforce are specially trained for the new machinery he uses, and I would be irresponsible, nay, unethical, to risk such precious lives as he sees here. He has opinions, none of which suggest that he considers these people precious. A changed man since Mexico, it is to be praised and faces such appalling tragedy, and from the confines of his sick bed, as he is often chained to, he conducts one of the greatest and most benevolent charities in all of London. Not content with the rise to become the dominant produce business in the land, he distributes his goodwill, his fares, to the poor, and they congregate about his kingdom in gratitude. Ah, yes. Classic. The way I see it. Our character, obsessed with the dirt and perversion of man, to the point that he himself is a pervert because he's obsessed with it. But he's considered a good Samaritan because he does nice things for the community around him. I mean, if I was some goblin character who was giving me food, but don't expect me to necessarily like him as a person and make excuses for him. Well, I do care who's giving me food, and I don't want it to be, poisoned. Okay. Let's move around a little more. Get some stuff that I didn't see before.
Your faith shackles your vision, Professor. It is an iron coffin that keeps you from grasping the future. We require a new deity, one of steam and the wheel, of magnetism and progress. The old god is nothing more than a lamed hog, spitting back offal at mankind.
Okay. So this guy had like his obsessions and stuff, but like, what exactly was he thinking this whole setup was gonna do? Because it seems to me that whatever he has unlocked in his travels, as is classic um, in horror, especially with H.P. Lovecraft style, is what do you bring back from a foreign land, and how does it curse you? A few things could be said about that, but okay, what's this? It's an oven. That's what it looks like, anyway. Okay. Melvin. Lily and Melvin are cuddling. It lit the fire. The engine fires, the flames are stoked. I hear steam in the walls, vibrations upon the very air. My heart falters at the prospect of throwing the lever and exposing the workings of this dark contraption, but my children beckon me on, and I cannot fail them. Infernal machinery. Wait. Oh, I didn't read these ones. Holy orders. This church is connected to the plant, how odd. However, it does suggest another route into the main part of the facility. Given the locked doors around the fueling station, the truck blocks my way. As of the saboteur, that I might consider this alternative entrance. We sat here, I remember. We sat in our black, and we mourned, and we prayed, and we bowed our heads. How I hated God then, how I spurned him. If this is our Lord, this pig who robs me of my wife, and I refute his embrace, I will carve a new God for us all. Such madness, such a fool I was. If such blasphemous ravings had remained within me, I would be doomed. But even here, I feel the machine throb beneath the flags, and I know my path awaits me. There's fallen calls of his children. Says he doesn't understand the voice. Okay. Oh. It appears I have no choice. Thus I descend, and may God have mercy upon my soul. If this is my bedlam, and I am to be cast as Matthews, then I will wear that mantle for the sake of my boys, and face whatever horror beneath the altar. Lie beneath the altar. Yes, so we have to go beneath the altar. Oh my. Ah. Madness. It's a shell. Hmm. Oh my. It's a pig man. Okay. And so to the stoke game. The workers sing as they work. They sing as they eat. They sing as they make toilets. They are always singing. If you place your ear to the ground, you can hear them still. Okay, let me see here. Ow. It's like a good old back cramp. A lower back cramp too, so it feels like I'm not living very well. Okay. Oh, we're back here. Hmm. Okay. People in the 1800s were dramatic as hell.
Water in his shoes. Always the water, and the sparks of the embers of the wheels. It's too bony. It's too damn bony.
What? The Mandis Processing Company. My soul shudders at what I have seen, but at last I have reached the main part of the factory. Now onwards, downwards, to find those floodwaters and drain them away. Like Moses, I will cleave the waters and lift my little darlings clear of its vile cradle. Wow. Okay. Hahaha. You know what? I wish more windows were like that, where they just spun. Spun for fun. Okay. Are these all of the levels? So we went from here to like here to here, or whatever. Ooh, this.
These men, Professor, these so-called men of vision, they would shackle the masses to a wheel and turn it till their backs break. All for that opiate, the lure of profit. These fools who lackey them, these priests, these officials, this government. They make pigs of us all.
But what solution, my dear man? How to break a cycle? You cannot simply remove the promise of a better world for these unfortunates. In the workhouses, in the orphanages, the belief in heaven is surely the only succor one can find.
We do not need to wait. We can bring forth paradise now. We can speed the passion. With only a small sacrifice, we can hold the apocalypse. With just a small sacrifice, we can free our shackles and deliver them to paradise now.
Interesting. Give them paradise now. I don't think people realize how much of a hell things like this creates for other people. Does the light flickering mean that there's a monster on the field, or? Oh. There's a monster on the field. Okay. Where did it come from? Where did it go? Where did it come from? Man, pig, person. I don't like that. Go away. What's with these lamps?
Hear me, Mandis. I am compromised. Our contacts must be brief and occasional. Beware the wretches who populate this compound. The way you seek is under the pistons. When you meet the saboteur, you will understand everything.
I'm starting to think that we are the saboteur. Doesn't make any sense, but nothing these games really do. Ooh, that was creepy. October 17th, 1899. Each compartment is ergonomically designed with the feed trough at one end, so the product naturally settles into a position ready for the stunning arms to connect to the skull. We'll use a natural static charge built up by the friction of the cards against the belt to build an electrical charge, which is contained within glass vacuum canisters. At the sides of the stunning are mechanisms and delivered along the stem arms via copper cabling. We have observed that the artificial lightning contained within these canisters seems to calm the product further. I need to finish reading that one book. What was it called? My brain is fried. What was it called? Tender as the Flesh. That's what it makes me think of. Post-stunning, the line tilts sharply to the vertical, the physics of which tips the stunned product upwards to fall directly onto the hook of the bleeding line. This hook passes normally through the haunch or thigh of the product, and from this point we dispense with the belt and instead instigate a channeled floor, which creates a funnel allowing blood and byproduct excretions to collect and to run to the fluid collection tanks. So, like, machine for pigs, yes. But people are also pigs in more ways than one. There's a reason why human flesh is called long pig or long pork or whatever. It's because it's similar tasting the pig. According to people who eat people. Okay, well, downstairs is a monster. Works manager. We gotta get below the pistons. That's gonna close down. Okay. Oh, your furnace is fueled. October 18th, 1899. A series of collecting vents have been installed along the ceiling at the stage of the line. In the process of stunning and bleeding, the product often expels stinking vapors from its digestive system, which can be collected, condensed, and used in a methane boiler to drive the engine as a whole. In this way, the more product is processed, the more power becomes available to the machine, and productivity is actually increased. A simple stroke of genius, but one that encapsulates the benefits of self-regulatory automation. I don't think that's a thing. Oh. The fires are stoked. Assuming the same architect is responsible here as with the chemical plant, it's surmised that a centralized control system regulates and operates the piston. It should be a simple matter of finding it and hoping the saboteur relented after simply extinguishing the fires. Yeah. Hmm. Jesus. Oh. Hmm. Not high enough. Oh, Jesus. What are you? He's a little tanky, isn't he? The character. He's a little tanky. Took quite a few hits. Pretty good. Wow. Ugh. Ha 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 ha. The song continues. What did that dark voice instruct me to do? Under the pistons, into the tunnels, and onto the bilge pumps. If the doors should be locked, I will have to find another means of descent. I cannot trust him, but my path is set. I shall ignore those noises, the snuffling, those shuffling steps below me. I will brave whatever lurks beneath, and I will save them. Okay. Compound X storage, no naked flames. April 30th, 1899. The crate arrived this morning, and I had to deliver directly to the workshop. The body is remarkably preserved, although there is a subtle yet nauseating scent of damp and rot. It is humanoid in shape, but has suffered severe skeletal deformity. Remnants of leather straps encase the torso, which is deformed. With evidence of substantial muscle mass and displacement, it is difficult to ascertain whether this unfortunate is the recipient of some barbarous or whatever surgery, or was born deformed and an attempt to force his narrowed body into some semblance of humanity was made. What he is I cannot tell, but I smell the orb upon him, and I suspect my great uncle's presence in his curious condition. A seed can be done. We can reshape the body into a tool, accelerate the processes of Mr. Darwin's evolution. But here my great uncle and I part company. He chose man as the subjects of his of his experiments, but men are difficult to control and rotten with sentimentality. Now we require a new creature for our chattels, loyal, clever, strong, and easily sated. It's like, what, did he start, like, turning on men? Or is this truly just pigs? Stop that. The nest of eggs. Through penny sixpence, sparrows and doves, see all the angels a weeping above. There's no more forgiven, there's no one to save, for today darling Lily goes into her grave. Wow. Not you, Lily, the game, Lily. My cat Lily doesn't give a fuck. Wow. Oh, liquid mixer. Yeah, the executable. Oh my god. Why are there phones down here?
Quickly, Mandus, find the entrance nearby. The children weep in the darkness, and the flood waters continue to rise.
Wow. I was gonna say something, forgot about it. July 15th, 1899. In order to facilitate the assimilation of tissue groups, a compound is required or the cells will not bond. Disposal of non-bonded subjects must be immediate and using incineration, or we risk continuous animation without form. This is unpleasant. A simple compound of 1 part Brandenburg infusion vitae to 1 part Oregon monad dispersal fluid is sufficient. This can then be administered intravenously to subjects following reassembly to maintain bonding. So, Frankenstein, okay. The compound is unstable and highly light reactive. Once in the body, the Schumann lamp can be used to activate the compound, but outside the body is highly corrosive. It can even destroy small quantities of metal. Oh, well, look at those teeth. Why does he have a bunch of freaking dentures around? Not mine. Why am I able to adjust these? There's clearly another passage beyond the locked gates. It seems I have a choice of approach. The padlock is old but firm, and after that fall, I cannot summon the strength to break it open. Perhaps I can find another way. Wait. Sabotage. Bruised and battered but alive, I have survived the saboteur's best efforts. He and I are now locked in an epic struggle, but I am driven to find my family, and I will prevail. Ignore the madness about me. Do not consider what cruel and unspeakable acts have been committed here. Find a way to the bilge. Drain the fluid. Free your children. Or drain the flood for your children. Beep beep. Who is the saboteur? That are us, or one of the kids, or John guy, or did we sacrifice to make somebody and now they are mad and want to kill us? I don't know. But we're talking about an orb again. It's some form of bizarre mixing device for chemical compounds, and it positively reeks of the foul fluids I have seen too often before. It is clearly a compound, some volatile bastard of two composite ingredients. I should wager I would find them close by. Yeah, probably. Probably. Hello. Holding pen to low temperature storage. So I can avoid the monsters by not going to the holding pens. But I suppose luck is not on my side. A warning. Huh. Inflamed it is. Burning it does. Bleeding from each hole, fore and aft. That is... okay, that's uncomfortable. Leaking down my legs, blood and excrement. My lungs are in my vomit. I pass clots of my organs now onto the filthy stone. Drink this, he says, and I did drink it. I did do that because of the changes. They rippled inner me. My teeth sneezed out and scattered like mice in the dark. I cannot find them all. Gathered what I can, pushed them back into my gray gums with my fingers, but the nails are all weepy and falling out. Drink it, he says. It'll help the running of the fever, because not all of us can take the change. On the other table, a beast under a blanket. I never wanted to see under that, but he drank it too. He passed it under the blanket and I heard it drink. Dear God Almighty, how can a man shit so much blood and still live? Oh, that is an experience that I would love to never, ever, 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 ever have in my life. I want to keep the insides of my intestines away from the insides of my body. You go into it. The fuck is this? Oh, Jesus. Okay. What was supposed to happen? Apparently I messed something up. So I have to go back and do it.
It fell onto his hands and they eroded in front of me. To stumps. To stumps. Next time we will use an equal mix of infusion vitae and orgone disperser. No, no, just take him out. You can dump him in the river for all I care.
Okay. 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 August 20th, 1899. Took delivery of another hatch of imbeciles today. They're the sorriest specimens of humanity I've ever seen. No one asks where to go. The authorities of Bedlam are simply happy to reduce to overcrowding in their teeming, stinking halls. We measure their skulls and shark their teeth. We give them laudanum to pacify them. The wait in line, livestock, dull brown eyes and filthy skin, many soil themselves as they wait. Into the manipulator they file in silence. I hear the hissing of gas. I hear the dull groaning as teeth are removed, as bones are reset. I hear the pigs screaming. We have removed all the mirrors. After the process, it is the reflections that trouble them the most. Afterwards, when they sleep, I walk amongst them. My children, I whisper to their dreams. You are my children now. I have children once again, and your forms imperfect will be the engines to make my own blood flow again. Okay. He has issues.
Over there, place it in the corner. What? You think I speak Prussian? Do I look like an inbred hog, sir?
Oh God.
Who gives a damn what it contains? Just set it down carefully and leave me be.
Oh my God, what if he's doing a chase? Doesn't run very far, does he?
The lift has been sabotaged. You will have to find another way to the tunnels. Take care in this place, Mandus. It is the crucible of the evil that stalks these corridors.
Okay. What a mess. Hmm. Oh, okay. Hmm. he won't go in there. Hmm. Let's just go to trip. Okay. Thought I heard something that was in the game. Okay. Well. The pig. Hello. Shit. Yes. Okay. I need another one. Go on there. Holding pens. No, I don't need another one. Yeah. Haha. Okay. Heady brew. I have the compound. It hisses and steams in its container like some living thing, which is jellied, burn, and corrode. The container is made from glass, a strange choice given there is some particular reason why the metal that pervades everywhere else cannot be brought into contact with this so-called compound X. As an investigator, I need to know more about it. Okay, and then I'm assuming we take this to the padlock. Okay. Oh, do we have to set fire to it? Stop. It says no open flames, right? Oh no, a skull. Interesting. Hmm. There we go.
Down here, Daddy. Faster, faster.
Okay. The leaking world. All these nails and no wood. What kind of a carpenter are you? That figure cannot help but opens its arms to you. Where is the strength in that? Ah, yes, another near death fall. Okay. Well, I'm going to call it here. To go to bed. Um, I'll be back tomorrow, possibly. Um, Once I finish my essay. God, I need a break from that, like 7 pages. And I've gotten 5 with 6 sources. It's not the worst. I've definitely done bigger essays in a shorter amount of time. But yeah, I'm tired. But I'll be back tomorrow, hopefully. Um, Possibly to finish this game. Once I finish my essay, so I'll probably be in like kind of like mid-afternoon, evening time on the Eastern Front. Eastern Standard Time. We'll see. And the game's okay. It's not especially like exciting. You know, it's a sequel is always a little bit more wonky than the original piece. um, I find this game to be easier in that I don't have as much like details to worry about. It's a lot more, as I've said, like walking simulator esque with a few puzzles. The monsters are interesting. The pigmen are interesting. The only issue I have with them is they T-pose for me, right? Like they T-pose as much as they can without having a T to their pose. I don't know if that is an issue with the game itself or if it's an issue with like, because I think I have this on my external hard drive. I'm not sure. I'll have to double check. But um, yep. I did look up a couple of puzzles, mostly because I have a tendency to get kind of lost. I'm not very good at navigating maps, basically, unless I can see the map. If you ask me to like try to remember something like inside of a house that I've never been to, and you showed it to me once, and then you asked me to go get something, I'm gonna be like, nah, I'm here. I know this room. I feel safe in this room. I've never been good at navigating hallways. You know, I get confused easily in that regard, especially when everything kind of just looks the same. Um, so I very, very, very much love a good map in a game. um, I keep like finding that there is something that I need to do, and it turns out it's because it's in a room I hadn't gone into before, because there was another room close to it that I kind of associated with it and never went into. Like, I just kind of assumed that that area was already looked at, which is why I need a map so that I know that areas are not being looked at. Like, it doesn't really cross my mind that it is a space. But otherwise, it's alright. I might I might change tack, and what I'll do is go through the Amnesia series instead, and do Corpse Party. I think once or twice a week, and then, or maybe once a week, and then have Amnesia be the game that I play when I'm not doing any multiplayer stuff. Because I've played The Dark Descent. I got this one, and then I got Rebirth, and I have The Bunker, right? So I think that's what I shall do. I do get a week off of school for finals, well, after finals, before the second half of the term starts. I think I might go ham that week. So might as well. Maybe I'll get back into doing Cry Fear. I'll end up. I think I would end up restarting the game, actually, so that it's a lot more coherent when I eventually post it up on YouTube. Currently, the finale of Dark Descent will be published on Monday. So this one will probably be published on Wednesday, the 8th. Potentially. Do not quote me. I am not. I get just as lost with time as I do with maps. Anyway, I'm gonna call it a night. See y'all later. Thanks for hanging out with me. And sorry for the technical difficulties in the beginning of the stream, in which I had to restart it. But I think it's fine.